Yo, what's up?
DJ Wabz.
Wabz
No,
DJ,
it's
Wabz DJ, by the way.
Clearly. I can't be
Oh,
that
man.
person making that mistake for all these years.
Man, imagine.
But man, really, thank you for coming onto the podcast.
Sure.
Me and you go way back. I have
Yeah.
seen your career start. I have seen you flourish. Now you're flourishing, man.
I try.
I trust that. The reason I have you on the podcast is I trust you're the first DJ I'm having on the podcast, right?
Interesting.
Yes.
Nice.
Intentionally, I've turned down other guys. You don't know this, but
I'm glad.
I told people that I'll first have a conversation with Wabz DJ. Then we'll do, because I wanted to do a podcast with someone. Yeah, you see how who's this guy? This guy in lockdown who took over. Who's that DJ?
Ugandan.
That one, not Boogie.
Baggy.
Not Buggy. That is a Ugandan. Not Ugandan. The YouTube guy.
Shinsky.
No, Shinsky. Just go to my YouTube.
Well, what?
So he was just
he-
playing during lockdown. He
Yeah.
just made his YouTube channel very, very active. Yeah. DJ
Okay.
Puffy. Yeah.
But no. Puffy was not. Okay, yes.
I got to know about him in lockdown, right?
Okay, yeah.
When his channel
Yeah.
became so popular.
Yeah. He's a Red Bull champion. He actually won in like 2016.
Dominance.
He's a big brand. But yeah, COVID helped everything, the lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
YouTube content went all the way.
So as I wanted to do something with a DJ, something
Yeah.
Puffy does. So we like have a channel and just read. I tried to do it with Mose of Sanyo FM.
He's now
we
on
stopped
NRG. Oh.
Yeah, now it's in NRG.
Okay.
There's that way of. But please introduce yourself to the podcast.
Okay. What's up, people? I really don't know what to say. My name is Wabz DJ, a creator. I really don't know. I'm an audio engineer. Actually, I've been doing production as. I don't know if we should go into this already, but yeah. The whole of last year I was hiding in master's studios doing production, so I wanted to add that onto the element of DJing. So, a producer, DJ and producer. Let's go with that. What's up? Anything else? I do events. I manage events. I set up events. I plan events. I actually do some work with Events Warehouse. When they have events, I do their sound design, sound layout, and design. So yeah, audio engineering, 100%. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
How does that look like? Audio engineering?
Well, it's just stripping audio because everyone is used to music. But then imagine the artist singing is just a bit of the music. Now, the background, the engineering, all behind that, that's what I want. That's the exciting bit. There's the drums, there's the guitar, there's all these elements that actually support the artist's vocals, So, yeah.
So, I'm into artist management, right?
Okay.
I have couple of friends of mine from the ghetto that I try to expose whenever I can, but I also have cookies.
Nice.
I work with Dollar Gang. I think he's one of the best musicians I've seen out of YouTube. Not because I manage him, but because I listen to his music a lot. So, but there's one thing I have noticed from people's music. So we've tried to distribute. Some of my friends from like the ghetto, right? Have whenever we want to distribute, I send music to like DJ emails or radios.
Yeah.
They tell me the type of sound cannot be played.
Yeah.
Or it was mastered badly. Can you
Yeah.
help me understand that?
Well, that starts with production. That comes down to what kind of studio you're using, what kind of producer is producing your song. There are people that release demo versions and they think it's actually a final piece. Your song was actually not mixed and mastered.
That is what I want to understand. What is the mix and master?
I can't hear the elements in the music. Mixing and mastering is more or less stripping the music, getting the elements independently. I get the drums on their own. I get the vocals on their own. I sweeten the audio. There are frequencies that make audio, different kinds of frequencies that actually make like stereo.
Yeah.
So those frequencies vary. Now, the mixing and mastering is going into those frequencies and adjusting what needs to be heard, for the human ear, because the human ear is tricked by the brain. The brain processes things and then makes you listen to it. So I want to convince you that as we produce this, even in whatever studio we've done this, now me who's mixing and mastering, I want to make this song sound the way you want to hear it. All the quality. You need to hear the cockroach moving in the background,
There's
like
music I've heard
yes,
where you'd feel some slight bit in the left
Yes,
earphone,
now,
then
yes,
you feel
now
like
that's
a bit
surround.
in,
It moves from the left ear to the right.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a whole wave. That's all mixing and mastering. Those are all the elements. The nitty-gritty is behind just you singing. You'll sing, but then you won't hit the notes right. I'll have to auto-tune your vocals. They say auto-tune is bad, but most of the audio actually needs to be touched up to make it sound so good. And now that's what the mixing and mastering engineer does.
Comes from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, from your opinion, what I had read online, right, where you are trying to shed more light on the importance of a DJ.
Okay.
And the conversation was more. Let's start there. Who is more important, the guy making the music or the guy who's going to play the music? Your conversation was more like the DJ just doesn't play the music people make, right? They're about the sound. But we also understand that the DJ plays an important role in the industry, from test making, from keeping people lively at events, from performances, to introducing new music to listeners, and all that. So what type of value, in your opinion, does a DJ bring to this industry?
Okay,
you
see how artists want to interact with the fan, the end product, or interact with their managers, or their promoters. Who does the producer interact with? Who do you think that, apart from when they're with the artist in the studio, who do you think the producer is spending time with?
The DJ?
The DJ. It's the DJ.
The producer?
The producer.
I didn't even think those two meet.
Well, we are more or less the same.
Yeah, apart from the ones that are the same.
The only challenge is, okay, in Uganda, we only know about Bibala DJs. DJs playing only at bars.
Yeah.
All the events need DJs. Even when you have a conference.
Right now, even on radio shows.
Yes. Yeah. Even when you have a conference, you need somebody backing that up. You don't just get the mic and speak. Where did the mic come from? It's an audio company. It's an entertainment company. They are DJs. They have these things. So the DJ spends time with the producer. Producer has these ideas. The DJ has these ideas. I might not be executing these ideas personally, but I go to a producer. I'll mention the name Ledra. He's not very far from here. He's a person you'll go to and share your light. The way the artist comes and shares with the producer. So if a producer is closed up in the box, and yet the DJ is out here in the whole world meeting the fans who are interacting with his creations covered by an artist. I don't know. So when I link up with the producer, he gives me his ideas, or he might play me a song unreleased. People release demos so that I feel what you had to say. And now, me, the DJ, will tell you, no, this is not a bar vibe. What are you looking for? What are you trying to achieve? We shall have that deeper conversation, which you will not have with the fan, because the fan just wants to listen. Or the artists want to come and impose. Like, I'm in your studio, but I have what I want this, I want this, I want this. The producer does all of that, but we are actually trying to sell music, you know. That's why you struggle with, when you submit your music to radio, they're like, no, that's not the sound we want.
Yeah.
Have you taken time to listen to what
they want?
Yeah. Now the producer might have taken the time, and then he'll make you a very quick banger, make you from zero to hero, and you're like, we did this, I'm a badass artist, let me go to another producer. After some time, things crash, and then you come running back to this person that did the research. The guy that hits up Wabz DJ is like, yo, what's up? What do you think about this? You know? So the DJ is very important. He spends time with the producer, he spends time with the artist. He's literally a music distribution channel.
Yeah.
Like,
he knows the consumer.
Yes, I interact with the consumer.
Yeah.
Like, I saw an interview earlier about Babaluku, and he was on radio saying how DJs, not DJs, but artists, rappers have become studio rappers. They're singing for themselves, they're singing for their friends, they're not growing with the environment or going there to understand what's going on to actually give music to the people, not just this small circle of people you're pleasing. You need. So now the producer, the DJ, we bridge the gap with the creation. When the producer is creating your music, he's going to send it to me. He's going to bring me to his studio. I want to check on him. He has some ideas, effects, everything exists in the creation behind the scenes. The way the artist sits down and derives inspiration, he might be with his friends or something that activates that kind of thing. So that's why DJs are turning into producers, because we need to make this sound.
In a world where there are no artists, will a DJ prosper? Can a DJ exist? Where there are no artists making the music, can you just randomly turn up a crowd with some sound? But you can, right? There's EDM music where there's no one singing or a bit.
Then, okay, the EDM music is mostly produced. The Marvin Gatrix, the DJs that we are looking at are actually producers. So I don't think they would survive 100%, but yes, they would still exist.
But do you think the artist can survive without a DJ in this case?
Possibly, if he's deciding well, no. Because the radio you're going to distribute to has a DJ. Yeah. The club you want to distribute to has a DJ. The stage you want to perform on, there's a DJ behind there controlling the music and stuff. So it's a struggle. It's really a seesaw, man. We just try to balance it together because I don't know.
How do you see the future of DJing into this digital era? I've been to Jameson and Friends and I saw Chapat perform like on a tab, right? Like with all this new tech and AI. How do you imagine the future to be like? Do you feel like you might not need your job? Because look, right now Spotify, right?
Okay.
Gives me the option to select.
So
it will select for me a playlist depending on what I like to listen to.
And you won't need to hire a DJ.
Yeah, and I don't need to hire a DJ. I've done this at Beloda. I've thrown a party at Beloda.
Okay.
And
with a playlist.
With a playlist. Some people had fun. This guy, because now you can connect.
Yeah.
You actually can like group connect, right? And play some song. If it's a vibe, then I play my song. Then Glenn plays the song, and it's like a mix. Yeah. So with all that you take, what's the position? How do you see this?
As the DJ, I would have to evolve in a way that you actually need me. You need me at the party because I have created an essence. I've created a feeling that I come with. When you call for Wabz DJ, the same way you got attached to Puffy. When you hit up Puffy, it's because of something he has made you want. Something he has made you really want to have at your party, because the playlist, I listen to this every day. But with the AI coming into this game, not that we are being phased out, I'd really worry most for the artists, because it's just the voice, and some of these AI is more creative than this. Some of it, anyway.
True. Yeah, that's the truth. Some of the artists, I mean, who's going to kill you? Okay. Yes.
So for the DJ, I'm not very worried. The DJ is just challenged to evolve and create a signature. A signature feeling. The way you go all about different drinks, drink this and you test this. That's what DJs should be. There's so much to do. People can play kids' music. YouTube categorizes for you kids' music. I can rock kids' parties, and these kids will have the best time of their life, and I'll get top dollar. Weddings, stuff like that. DJs will always survive. There'll always be a DJ.
So, as regards the skill, because I've seen some people mix and blend like tracks together. Some other guys produce their music, like you're talking about. Like, what are those skills a DJ would need to be like a successful DJ? And now we have this wave of female DJs where we have got them off track and they're playing for us mixes. So, does the DJ also just need the FOMO around them? Because we've seen people get gigs, then they go and perform on the stage, then they leave the mix playing. Then like, but how are you the DJ?
How are you doing that? Yeah, pre-recorded.
And the song is changing.
Pre-recorded.
So that just shows that it's now bigger than just the mixing. Right? You also need the brand, the skills. Take me through that. Yeah.
Well, the female DJs bring the sex appeal. You'll definitely enjoy drinking some alcohol while looking at
someone shaking their back.
And it's the DJ, the one playing the music. You're definitely going to like it. They're going to make you like it by just how they vibrate to the music and serve it. For the guy, you have to prove your worth. I'm going to mix songs in ways that you can't imagine, like you didn't expect. So you want me there, and it's a struggle for the guys. The weight of the men and the female, they can also pick up the skills. We can't pick up the sex appeal, but then some guys actually can. DJ Puffy actually really looks so good. He's always in the gym. He's working out. He looks like a fashion model. Now you have to embed the fashion onto the DJing. The followers, how am I convincing you to like what I have to go out and spend and look better than you? In that, when you look at me, you're like, okay, how do I get that? Okay, I want that. How do I reach that? So there's all these aspects that you need to sweeten up. Like I'm going to drive to the event because I need to be treated a special way, a specific kind of way, not show up on the border and I'm going to ask you to give me 2 million, like, guy, like, seriously? You could have done better. So there's all these other aspects. There's the branding, but the product has to be authentic. We have to go back to the basics. In that, you can beat match, you can link up, you can do a lot of stuff, because Now, as a DJ, you need to go back and study DJing. DJing is not a very long thing that has existed. It's like 70 years old. If you're to...
What do you study when you study DJing? Like, you study how to mix the beats?
What did I study?
No, I'm saying,
Yeah.
as a DJ, like if I want to be a DJ, if I want to go to DJ school. In fact, I've ever asked you,
Yeah.
like, what's there in DJ school? That
There's
I
music
can't-
theory. There's music theory. There's how you play music. There's techniques I'll show you about music that apply to every song you'll ever hear in your life. And once you learn those, you can't unlearn. It's the basics, the principles of music. You literally learn music because you have to. There are DJs that play in key. There are DJs that just play music, and the guy mixes 2 songs and you're like, no, that doesn't sound all right. And then some DJ mixes 2 songs and you just didn't hear that coming. You're like, how did you do that? He took his time and preparation. So it's the understanding of music that they actually teach you. If you want to become a DJ, you need to understand the music because that's the element you're going to play with. How do I move around with this chess piece, this music? How do I use it? Now that's where the production comes in. Strip it and let me make it. Let me make the beats. No, let me edit the vocals. Oh no, I can play guitar. Let me just stick to creating using guitar. You get the music and strip it. Like see it in all these different colors.
What's the difference? How do you differentiate between the music you like and the music you play for the people to like?
Okay.
How do you draw the line?
Some people come out and play strictly bedroom music. That's a bedroom DJ. He had his music prepared at home and he likes it. He doesn't care what you think. I'm going to play it for you. There are those people. But if you're going to actually go out and play for people, because you need to impress these people, you need to keep them dancing. You're going to look into what they want. So I'm also going to go on Spotify. Your playlist, maybe you shared. I'm like, oh, what does Keron like? He has these songs that I actually also like. So this is the vibe I should give Keron. Oh, who's this person? What event am I going for? They are 40 and above. What do 40 and above people listen to? So you need, now that is what they teach you in the school as a DJ. You need to read your crowd. You need to do the research. It's actually most research based because all the time I'm looking for music. All the time I'm
in times I've seen it. I happen to also work in the hospitality business, right?
Yeah.
So it includes the bars and restaurants and whatnot. So in one of my KPIs, of course, is we see a lot of drop in numbers. Say at peak hours, you'll get like people buy a lot of alcohol at peak hours, and then they drop after like 2 or something. One of the reasons as to why these numbers drop is there is sudden change in DJ. The top DJ left, the music board people, and they left, right?
Yeah.
So the DJ that came on failed to pick the crowd,
Yes.
or something. They could actually really be good,
Yes.
and they just don't. They just failed to pick up from what whoever was on
Yeah.
was giving the vibe. Do you ever get in such? Have you seen such?
Yes,
situation?
it happens a lot, and this is not necessarily on the DJs. It's on the event planner, because I'm not going to have a show with 5 top dogs, and they're starting to fight for competition at like 7 to 8 to 9 to 10. By 2, I might have run out because I wanted to keep the people there, and now I have my house DJ covering, who cannot match the standard at all. People are going to leave immediately. There's an energy this DJ will give you. I'll use an example of DJ Aluda. He'll come and play music and you'll feel a kind of energy. And then I'll pick my house DJ to come and play after him. Now,
It's
and
different.
you can feel it and it's like, yo, I didn't even know DJs changed, but I can now feel it. It's the event planners. You need to plan. If you want your night to go till like 4, you need to know how to sweeten up these guys. Because those house DJs actually are very good party starters. They are very good party keepers. You can actually bring him to play at 1. And he knows the crowd because he's always there.
He's
he understands
always there.
what happens at these kinds of hours. He knows
yeah.
that, at 2, that DJ is going. Actually, those guys know that stuff. The DJ knows that at 2, that DJ is going to play some rubbish. He's tired. We also experience burnout.
True.
A guy is running 5 gigs in one night. What do you expect to receive at 2 a.m., honestly? If he did gigs from 4, he's been running from this location to this location to this location, and you want him at 2 to give you peak product. He's either going to replicate songs, replay songs that he was playing. Now, if you've been moving around with him, you'd be frustrated. You're like, man, this guy plays the same stuff again and again. You know, there's burnout, man.
So I hear it where revealers say you go on a timeline and then you see people say, man, these DJs play the music we have on our phones. That thing, where do you draw the line of introducing to me new music and I like it as compared to the usual Apple Music top 100, right? Because that's the stuff
Yeah.
I listen to in the car when
Yeah.
I'm going. I'll listen to.
The top 100 you listen to is the same top 100 I listen to.
Yeah.
Like Billboard,
Yeah.
Apple, or what? You see?
But it's
So-
upon you to find
Yeah,
new music
yeah,
and introduce
yes.
it to me.
So
'Cause
now,
you-
as the
yeah.
DJ, it's very hard to actually introduce music to people unless you are used to that crowd or you understand what kind of people you're dealing with. Because I'll play a song and everyone will stop dancing. And then the next song, everyone dances. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to keep them dancing because I need them to dance. So the line between introducing things to a new crowd is, what kind of DJ are you? What DJ are you known for? Like, what kind of style do you play? You might be a guy who's just laying up songs, but I might be a guy who's going through only choruses of songs. So in between those choruses, I'll bring a chorus of a song maybe that just trended or something. Like those TikTok songs, I'm very sure you're now hearing them in bars and stuff, at clubs and everything. At this specific point of the night, I know everyone is drunk. And this song I listened to earlier today is a nice one. I'll play it. Because before I came for that event, I planned my set.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, I'm going to have 30% of new music. I'm going to have maybe 40% of everything that they know. And then maybe the other 40 is like rhythms and some specific kind of sweetener that I use. But now the music that I'm introducing to them, I can still cut it into two. I'm like, half of it are my remixes, the stuff I made. It might be a remix of a popular song, but they've never heard it. Half of it is that. Then half of it, they totally do not know what it is. So at the end of the night, you've not had a lot of things that you don't like, that you didn't know you like, but now you've also had some things that you didn't know you like, but you now like. You go home and there's this song ringing in your head, you've never had it, you only had it at the club last night. It's all about planning. If I come for my event ready, I give you just enough of it not to choke you with this new stuff. You're like, man, I've never had any of this stuff. So study your crowd, know who you're serving the product to.
If you got a call today,
Yeah.
and the guy needs you to play at their new bar in Entebbe, how do you study a crowd you've not met before? But because of course you've branded yourself so well,
Yeah.
you're out there, or you're on recommendation, the guy's my friend, and I'm like, get me a list of DJs. I'm like, okay, I trust my guy Wabz.
Yeah.
Just play it for me. But now you're going to Entebbe, it's a whole new location, it's a whole new vibe.
I've had an experience like that. I went to Ginger and I was playing, but all the bangers from Kampala, all the bangers, you know how you actually prepare everything hot. I went in so hot. The music was good. You could see them enjoy it. They could feel it, but they were not dancing. They were just watching. They were just looking at me, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? The music was all very good.
I have seen that happen a lot.
I got upset, then the DJ who had been the house DJ came in, and 2 songs later, he was rocking the whole place. Everyone was happy. I'm like, yo. So you have to call and do research. It's all about research. Like I said earlier, it's research based.
Judge your crowd on if they stand up to dance. I've seen this at the Villa, right? Where the music is good, the crowd is there, but the crowd is static. Right? We've invested quite heavily. We put lineup, we put top DJs, and they've come. People have come. They know about the night.
Yeah.
But everyone seems. So in my mind, I keep thinking maybe it's just a corporate crowd. But I'm like, no, any DJ can just get these people up and dancing. So it challenged me. It used to happen on Wednesdays. It challenged me. I was like, okay, we're doing so much. What is missing, right? The DJ lineup, is it getting boring at a certain point? Is it extra performances? So we revised. We put performances. It still failed. Until only one person, Never Grey. They came, they changed the crowd, right? Like, this is the only person who has actually turned this crowd up.
Oh, nice.
But every other time,
well,
it doesn't matter who the DJ is, just a crowd. They've just failed to move the crowd to that level. Everyone is still as comfortable. They're luxurious. I'm like, is it the place? But then you go to Molecule. It's all corporate and people
are turning up.
People are removing shots.
The vibe you're going to come with, man. Have you seen DJ Boogie on stage?
Yeah.
He's going to get jam with these guys. So I'll see you so static, and I'll have to find a way to excite you. If I need to play SpongeBob SquarePants or like a nursery rhyme or something, I will need to. If that is what I've come to do, really.
But does it matter to you that
as the DJ, you need to know that I'm doing a good job. Now that comes back to preparation. You come ready and you're like, I'm doing a good job. And you can feel that they are liking it. You can't pretend that you're not liking the music. I can feel you're liking it. You just refuse to dance, but it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes I might be an opener. Maybe they are trying to buy time till later.
True.
But now they are buying time with the top DJs. The top DJ of the night. And the DJ coming after that might not be able to match the energy. That goes back to the event plan. The other powerful DJ. But still you have all of these DJs and people don't dance. I don't think I've been to an event at Aluda's and people don't dance. No. So it's all about how do you brand yourself as the DJ. What do you bring to the table? I can play music, he can play music, he can play music. Are people going to enjoy it? Will they love it? When you get into the crowd like that and you read, I'll play 3 songs, I'll see a girl vibrate from that side, I'll see somebody tapping their foot, I'll see the waitress
nodding.
I'm like, okay, that's the right track. I'll try to sample more of those. The ones that I play and no one is reacting, I will stay away from those because I know this is a new crowd, this is a new place. I do not know what happens here, but I'm going to keep the good stuff that you like. It might not be the Spotify top 100, but some old stuff, because people are tired of this music. They hear it on their phones, they come to the bar. So maybe I want you to take me back. Some nostalgic tunes, some old stuff now. The DJ has to be on his A game. Prepare. You always have to be ready. That is it.
You keep mentioning
you have to be ready.
And I hear you in that.
You have to be
Planning
ready.
is such
a
key thing.
Because with it, like the computer thing, garbage in, garbage out. If the quality of the audio I have is bad, when I come to play it at the club, it will be worse. It will just because it's now louder. So it's bad. So garbage in, garbage out. You didn't prepare, you'll serve trash. That's it. That's one thing about DJing. It's all about the research, the homework, the background work.
Now, the other conversation around the music space, right?
Yeah.
Of course, we've had top guys like Bebe Cool come out to say that maybe it's our DJs playing a lot of Nigerian music. We've had the conversation around Nigerian music. And people, of course, they don't want to talk about the numbers. They don't want to talk about how much planning goes into those guys. Because I've seen it around COVID.
The order behind, man.
There's so much planning that goes into it.
True.
I saw it with how they make their stars just here in Uganda. A guy comes, spends about 3 months in UG promoting the song, then he does the concert right after.
Yeah.
But he has made sure radios play the song, bars and top guys
the
are
ads
playing
are
the
out,
songs,
everything.
the ads are out on YouTube. So all that doesn't wash away the fact that then you go to radio, right? Most radios, some of them way into the policy. Some shows would have like 80% Uganda music, but those are very few. But because of viewership and listenership, you want to get people. And how do you get people? By playing to the music they will listen to. And that is going to be Nigerian music because it's the music that is.
How am I keeping guys at the bar yet? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what's your opinion on the overcirculation of Nigerian music in our space? And also, what's your opinion on Ugandan music and Ugandan sound in general?
Okay. The Nigerian music, for starters, we are our own problem. We are the ones actually looking for this Nigerian music. We are looking for this Nigerian music more than we are looking for the Ugandan music. Yes, people will claim the Ugandan music is not there. There's very good Ugandan music. And it's just really emerging. In that, you realize the generation of the Bebe Cools, Bobby Wines, Chameleons, they have struggled to adapt onto this new digital era. Yeah. But lately, we have artists that are coming up. Mike Mungu released the song. Like, this is competition for East Africa. Content that sounds like Sauti Soul, Mike Kaihura. You get, like, this is a new vibration. They have the digital edge over everything else. So they are sharing music to us in a way that we actually receive music. The older guys were doing the street way of, I'm going to send my music to this radio. I'm going to have these people call into radio. I'm going to go here and they play my song. But right now, I'm going to send you a link and you'll have my song. And if you like it, you will play it. That's how easy good music is. You send it to the DJ and the DJ will play it. The Ugandan sound is struggling to evolve, but we finally have people creating music. We have artists like Zuli Tams, we have Elijah Chitaka cropping up, we have real talent like Cohen JC. These are people that are creating a sound that they like. It's a new sound. If you talk to these older artists to create this sound, they would definitely struggle with this new Afrobeat. So we need the evolution. That is the evolution that is coming in. So I definitely support the younger generation. Most of these things are happening just like this podcast right now. These things are happening because of this newer generation. The younger people are working together. the older people were struggling. It was beef, Tupac, shoot me down, like, we have to.
But they made sales. Okay, I don't know.
They made the sales, well, some of them might still be alive.
I feel like controversy sold, right?
Yeah.
Some of them had really planned.
That's how they used to move product then. But how are we moving the music now? The distribution has changed. You need a whole record label to move your music. That's why you're seeing Swangs Avenue taking over the whole of Uganda, because it's a streamlined way to distribute music. People are fighting for copyright. They are not even distributing their music right. We have to go back and fix how the music is moving. Okay. How the music is coming from the producer to the DJ. Yeah. Don't just spam my email with music as an artist. I do not know you. You do not know me. Good. You sent me the music. I listen to it. It's lacking. Probably I did not give you your feedback, or we do not have the relationship like that, that I told you what you definitely need to do. Yeah. But go on the further step and create a relationship with these DJs. Go to his night and talk to him peacefully, not find him at the booth and now you want to give him the song. Yeah. So we need to change the ways we are connecting the whole industry. But my opinion on Ugandan music, we're going big. This is like the next big thing, because anytime now, the Southerners, they have a piano coming from the South. Like, they were complaining about the Nigerian music, but right now, Amapiano, so what are we going to say? We have our own problems. We are the ones looking for this music. We are not looking for Ugandan music. But there's a new wave of Ugandan music coming up.
Agree.
That is the sweetest music you will listen to anywhere around.
New wave is
so
crazy.
I like how the boys are moving it, the Genesis, the Bantu vibes. Like, we are trying to build a whole web network of guys. Help me, let me help you, move this, move this. We're all young, we're all energetic, and that's how they're moving it. So it's actually the background stuff. Just fix the background stuff. The music, how it's produced, the right producers. These young producers have a way they look at music and create it. Use them. There are people that are very good social media managers, content creators. Use them to make the content for your music. Like, every time Eddie Gez releases a jam, he has a budget of like 4 million for just that. People sit down and they actually focus on the song. So the other struggle we have is the money. It's a cost. Everything needs money. So just money. You just have to do so much for yourself.
So in terms of business sense, right? We have guys out there can use their music to like get loans. Their music is collateral.
Yeah.
It's solid enough. You have an album coming out. I am a businessman. You can sell me the dream of the album. I'll give you 10 million USDs to push it. If you have like a solid plan, right, of your music, and you're sure of the people you're working with, you can ascertain that the videos will be made by, say, TG or Mori, so they're going to be world class. He's going to put his A game. The producer's going to be all class. You can just use that. You're really a sounding brand as an artist. Yeah. You can use that to get the money. How come we don't have that here?
For starters, the system has to be working. The copyright has to be in place for me to give you 10 million US dollars, to know that, you know what, you're going to give me 50% royalties, you're going to give me your royalties. And the royalties will actually come through. Okay. And the streams you've used your music.
The system has to be working.
It has to work. It has to work. But at the moment, we are fighting for copyright. We're trying to get the copyright working in Uganda. The DJs are going to struggle with copyright. Like, if the copyright is applied, how are we going to play the music? The same person that gave you the song is the same person over here fighting for the copyright. So how is it going to work? You have to pay a license to play the music. But this same person has come and found you on stage and he's like, play my music. Yeah. Or he's giving you a tip right there and then. I don't have the license. There's security in the place. What are we going to do? Like, if that's, So the system has to work. The things have to be in place. The copyright has to be there for me to trust your royalties. How many musicians are selling royalties or are actually receiving royalties on the music they upload online? How many of them are actually finding out, are using songbooks to find out that this song was played here, this song was played here? It's all not being used. It's the new way of moving music. And we need to jump on it, understand it, use it.
And be about it.
Yeah. So the system gotta work. The copyright has to support the contract that is going to pass me 10 million US dollars.
So music as a whole, right? It sparks so many emotions, including the sadness, love, happiness, vibe. Yeah. It's a whole. How do you feel being the person responsible for triggering these types of feelings in people?
Oh, wow.
And why did you choose this?
Ooh, it's crazy because the way people feel and react to music is more or less the way I also react to music. I listen to some songs and I get chills, I get cold. I listen to some songs and I get teary. Like, I've played a song before on set, and it had my tears. Like, man, some crazy stuff. It's a deep feeling. It's a deep feeling, and that's actually the technique of DJing. You need to be able to create a feeling in a place. I'm gonna come here and make you feel happy. It might be at a funeral, but I'll turn you up.
Yeah.
I'll make you feel sad. I'll make you want to cry. I'll make you remember something. That's actually the deeper technique of DJing. And if it can be hacked by every creative, that would be awesome. But the bigger picture in music, how did I end up doing this? Man. For starters, music came so easy for me for a very long time, because growing up, there was actually a DJ in the house. My big brother is a DJ, was a DJ. And as he's sleeping after his gigs, there's equipment there. I was always be very early up, so the equipment is right there and I'm turning it on. Like, of course, I'm going to play with the gadgets that are right there. Got into computers and DJing, so for some reason, by like 12, 13, I could operate these machines. It's later in life, like at university, that I decided to actually jump all the way into DJing. I'm like, you know what, let's go in for it. But
this is something you want to do.
It's been a very bad hobby for me, so something I've not been able to detach from myself. That is music. That is actually DJing. So I've decided to take it the deeper way, the deeper understanding, and mix music, engineer the audio, and stuff like that.
You as a person.
Initially started out at going at events. He would have events, would have parties, like Mikolos, like a birthday party somewhere, what. So I'd jump into the car, we go,
and just boom,
and eat food. It was all about the service time. Like, the food time was always it. Just go. So he would get to a point where he leaves you on site, and you have to wire. You're like, okay, what do I do now? I was here for the food, but you now have to do some work, carry some speakers. So I learned how to wire everything up. I do everything. Like, you give me a gig, and I'll set it up solo, man. I just need an extra hand to help me move the heavy stuff. But all the technicality is...
You can handle it.
Yeah, man.
And you have decided to do this for life?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah. I remember when I started Makita.
Yeah, that's what we met.
It's crazy how... Yeah, and I'm now seeing Jerry everywhere.
Yeah, man. Big up DJ Jerry, you know.
Every night. And I look back and I'm like, oh my God, Jerry used to play at my nights.
I was with him in high school, like, my deck is here, his deck is right there. That's so crazy, man.
Wabz, like, it was crazy, and now they're like really action DJs.
Yeah.
So whenever I find him at Thrones, I holler at him, I'm like, oh man. I'm like, I am really, really so proud.
Nice.
What does music mean to you, though? Now, you as a person.
Music is like my everything. Music has taken me places I would never have ever been. Areas like it has. I've met people in this country, from the biggest to like whoever, all because of music. So I also take it with me. I have it deep engraved in me, man.
But there's this side of the music, right? The music informs all of us on like a bigger perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look at the things I reference, the things I admire, it's a build-up, because my elder brother used to listen to a lot of hip-hop music. So by default, I had to just listen to it, right? Then I liked it. Then I thought that was like cool. You know how like kind of your elder brother, the things he introduces, you feel like, okay,
like this is the nice stuff.
This is the nice stuff.
You gotta do it.
So that was the thing.
Yeah.
So in that time in 2008, I picked that up, right? So today in a meeting, I was explaining to one of the media heads, I was explaining to them, so they made a comment on my podcast. They were like, you need to filter in your conversation. This is the head of Next Media. So they were telling me, you need to filter. We want to take your podcast. So of course I was on that field now. I don't want to take my podcast. I'll look for my own money. But the thing they mentioned, where I explained to them, is like, you need to filter and now speak like a diplomat, blah blah blah, and whatnot. So I told them, but if I speak like that, I'll be appealing to you. Yeah. And you don't listen to my podcast on a daily. You only listen to snippets. The people that listen to my podcast on a daily are people who are like me. Yeah. They listen to the music I listen to. They listen. They watch the movies I watch. They understand. They relate. The slang I use.
The specific target market. Yes.
The specific. It's that, and I'm going to grow with those, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's more sustainable. But so music is the agent of the devil, right? That's what they call it.
Wow.
Because it carries all the bad message and then it embeds it in people. And it's like people's soul, they believe it.
They believe it, yeah.
They believe it, like how music. How do you feel about that? Like, do you think you'll get to a point where you'd censor like your children from what they listen? Or you yourself, do you at some point feel so strange? Like,
see,
yeah.
For me, I've actually just been chilling with my nephew. I've been with my nephew. He just came around from the States, and I have shown him as much music as I can. Just because the exposure to music, I really think like he will decide for himself what he likes and what he doesn't like. Of course, I would not bring the songs that are sending messages. Now there's a genre of reggae. Most of the people are preaching, chanting.
Yeah.
It's up to him if he if he likes that music. But I've introduced him to all the sweet, good music from Uganda, because he's not been here for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Everything good from Uganda that just dropped this year, the new wave and everything, I've put it all on him. And he already likes so much music from Uganda that he didn't even know. He's like, oh, this is
UG.
and it's just amazing. So I would not like to use I would not like to use it in a bad way. I would not like to use it in a bad way. It's a good thing. I really consider music as a very good thing. It triggers emotions.
But it's also kind of like a drug, right?
It is.
It's like the getaway drug. You will easily get a cocaine addiction because you've been listening to a lot of Pusha T.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And he's such a very good rapper. He has very good wordplay. But his message.
Yes.
You be like, man, this guy just sings about sniffing and it's so cool. Let me just get on this.
Let me sniff. Yeah,
there's that. What's your opinion on that?
It happens a lot, but guys, just choose the music for the right things, please.
Because again, you as a DJ, what you're playing in the night,
yeah,
for you to keep me in the bar, there's going to be some crazy stuff I really need to listen to. Yeah, it's going to be the vibe. You're going to induce the demon into me indirectly. So I want you to get into that
like preachers and stuff. Oh man, yes, people actually use this kind of music to send the way. Like I'll use a person like Black Coffee. He serves a specific kind of music.
Yeah.
So as a DJ, if you've gone a specific way and if you're going dark, man, guys, don't go dark. Don't go dark. Music is a good thing. Use it.
Yeah, I agree.
I really don't support it. I don't support the deeper usage of music. But yes, people use it politically. People use it to send a message to a lost person, a girlfriend, a message. We need it for those reasons. We need it for the good reasons. I would definitely not support it for the bad reasons. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Well, there are guys who are making dark rock music. Yeah. So
but you know, rock
they were creating cults and stuff. So man, it's something you can't stop everyone from doing or
speaking of
using.
Rock music, right? In the 1980s, it was the most popular type genre of music. But right now, there are no popular rock stars.
Rock and roll. It was crazy. I think because of those reasons.
Okay.
Definitely because of those reasons.
I feel like hip hop is going to die out, right? The same. Because you see, up to now, Lil Wayne is still relevant. Yeah. You'd need Wayne, you'd need Jay-Z on a top song still.
Yes.
But he has done this since 2008. That means all the new stuff is a bit mediocre. It's not matching up.
True. So
we don't have a guy you can cling on to right now and you be like, you are in position to beat a Kanye West. In artistry, you can produce your music, you can... when you come to Uganda, we still don't have guys who have outperformed radio. But guys are good.
Yes,
right?
yes. True.
But guys are good. True. But in the new wave, and I'm putting nothing on them. I'm giving them as much time as I can. I feel like their music is great. I feel like this generation music is better than the old in the past. We have better production. But we don't get exceptional people, right? You don't get to listen to someone and be like, oh my God, this is going to be a radio music type of person. This is going to be a Jose Chameleon kind of person. Like, the attention to detail, the longevity, you don't hear a song and be like, that's a poker face.
I feel like the reason as to why that's happening is because there's a big detachment between the older people who have been doing this and the younger people. So most of the things we are doing, not necessarily vibes, we've decided to get into it, but we do not know the most. We do not know the whole room, the corners. But these older people actually
we have
do
to
know.
struggle with everything ourselves.
These older people do know these things. You realize Kanye tapped Kendrick Lamar. He's like, you know what? That's a good guy coming up. Supported him, pushed him somehow. Right now, nothing is happening. Why don't we have big artists bring younger talent that they are nourishing, mentoring?
They're still struggling with the same space. They could own the labels. They could be into the management because they now understand the environment, the space.
Just imagine what Diamond has done for Tanzania by just Wasafi. Diamond broke through. He created the record label. He has harmonized. He has so many artists coming out of Tanzania, and you're like, okay, how is that happening? The times we had the Ogopa DJs in Kenya and stuff, like East African Bashment crew. What's happening now? We don't have those insights from the bigger people. We need the older people. To be honest, we need the mentorship.
I agree.
The challenge is we are young and we are going at this head on. Some of these, yes, it's mostly luck really, but the technicality, minimal. It's really minimal. And these older people know these things, but they've not shared the knowledge. Yeah. They've sat on it. They've blocked channels for us. You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But they need to support us. We love what they do.
The mentorship is
the mentorship.
It's highly needed.
The mentorship.
And you know they would make so much money, right?
I'll use an example. There's you know Miche Gwang, Dr. Miche Gwang.
Yeah.
He's the biggest MC. He's a very good MC. Who can you put next to him? A younger MC. Yeah. But we have so many MCs. Guys are complaining about MCs shouting for them at bars. But how many corporate young MCs do we have? Yeah. But we have older corporate MCs. So what is happening?
Mitch has a monopoly, man.
It's happening, you know? You still have to call up the old dogs to do the thing. But they could support us. They could put us up. They could help us here, man. We are choking. We need their support.
There's still no one. Because
the insight
for corporate, it's either Mitch or Gaetano, right? And they're almost the same age. Yeah. The mentorship. And guys have energy. Like the new kids, the Itanias, the Zions, the energy is there, but there's no mentorship, right? They don't know how to handle the brands.
There's no mentorship. Look at the people she's going to for help. They're also in the same age bracket, you know. How many older DJs do you know that are actually legit old? But there are DJs who have been DJing.
Do you feel like our generation has like a bigger ego?
Yeah.
That we're not looking for these guys?
Yeah, actually we have that a lot. Because the generations are very different. We have that, we're like, I can do this myself. I can do this. Until it becomes too big, you know. But we don't want their help because they've closed some channels. Some people have gotten the chance. I'm glad GNL came back to Uganda and opened Baboon Forest like mainstream. It's like, you know what, let's do this. He realized, he went out there and saw, he's like, oh guys, we need the younger boys. That's what we need. We need them to come support us. They need to tell us because everything we're doing, they have done over and more times than we have done. So we need them more than they need us. But we need them, they need us. We gotta do this.
The women. With the nightlife. As a DJ. So, of course, there's a surface conversation. The women say never have a boyfriend who's a DJ because they don't have very many girlfriends. Because you know the emotions you induce to people. How do you handle that?
Well, you need a person that is going to understand that you're actually an entertainer. You need to go perform. And if I sing this song that I've been singing for you nicely, if I go and sing it out there and then some chick gets wowed by it, why are you getting mad? Like, what's up? Why you even when I'm coming home, like, I haven't done anything extreme, I haven't crossed the line or something, but I don't know why chicks are always like,
who's just doing that,
you know? And the people, like the chicks that send tequila shots,
While you're playing. I've seen... Like he was playing, so Vanny came on stage and poured the whole bottle. The guy's like, how is this guy going to play?
I'm still working.
Some days I was performing. How was it? Some guy got how is my guy going to perform?
And you're still working and you need to keep working. Like, these are the demons. The demons you're talking about, man. It's really crazy. You can't avoid this because in the good places, in the lit places, they're going to be those people. There are people who get so lit and start fighting and like... You can't, once you include alcohol, you just can't control these people. But it's all about you. You just need to have your specific limits, your boundaries, and tell your person. Your person also knows, because clearly we are together. So you should know that I can do this, I can't do this, and before you come and now just start exploding, find out.
That was
to some research.
something I needed you to call.
Now, man,
Uganda is known for consuming a lot of alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Now, most of this alcohol is consumed, of course, it's directly equivalent to the nightlife.
Yeah.
Uganda is popping every single day, Monday to Monday. Yeah. It's crazy that Monday is a very serious day.
But people are the bar. Yeah.
Only make their best sales on
Monday. Crazy. Yeah. Only in Uganda.
Now, have you guys thought about forging our, because you see, and UBL and Nile, after the telecoms, are almost the second biggest taxpayers.
Yes, true.
So do you see how much money you make this people?
Yes.
Have you guys thought about how you tap that money directly from these guys?
Man.
Okay. Can there be a way? Because you see, we don't have rich DJs, right? People like you who have everything, because this is almost your lifestyle. It's like family, you're involved into it. Like, it's the money you make from DJing does not make sense to what you have invested, true. Right?
Yeah, yes, definitely.
You go with a car, you have all the set. you go for a gig that can't afford the set.
That can't afford the set.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you still do it because you love it.
Yeah.
But then the guy that benefits the most is the liquor guy.
The liquor guy, yeah.
Have you guys thought about that?
Well, me as a DJ, I really hope to make some money and open up some craziest club in that I collect some of this revenue, because getting in touch with the breweries, yes, when you do create a brand and create the value, the brand value, the brewery will need you. They will want you, but you'll still not tap their money like that.
Yes,
but that's the only way you can tap the money, by being paid by UBL. Come and do a gig, create your value, and get booked. That's the best thing to do. But we can't tap that money.
And you know, you're the plug. Like, you're like, once you're out of the sequence, like this, their sales drop.
Switch is off. Yeah,
that's it. I've seen it. I literally have to explain it in my meetings. I'm like, okay, sales have to drop like at 2 a.m.
That would be nice.
The music
we need to do something.
And you're like their biggest marketing managers without them even knowing. Yeah. They feel like they invest a lot in the teardrops and whatnot. I'm like, no, man. The DJ is going to make
DJs are the ones. Yeah. Give me the people.
The DJ is going to do the music. And the bass is going to start rolling out, and guys is going to be excited and going to order a bottle and another. Simply, no one is going to look at your artwork.
No one even.
No one is going to get a fuck in the night.
And when you get like deals with them, sponsorship and stuff, they give you all this brand. You're like, guys, man, I need the cash, man. They have all these banners everywhere.
So that's something really. I'm like,
it would be really nice.
Now, in music control, most of the Ugandan musicians do the thing where they like the music to be out there in the market. Yeah. They don't care about having extreme control, because to them the music is the advertiser. Okay. Once the music advertises them, then they can get bookings, then they get money. Maybe performances, maybe the music can be popular enough like Gravity, and you throw a concert. Yeah. This year he's throwing 2 concerts. The first guy to throw 2 concerts in the same venue. And he's sure of the numbers. The second concert doesn't even have a sponsor.
And he always sells out bad.
Yeah, this is how he's sure of. For him, he creates a hit song.
Yeah.
He knows relatable target market. And he knows that this person will come. I just need to get them when they're still hyped about the song, and I'll have them in August and I'll make back my killing.
Yeah.
So I was listening to him. So he was talking about Okwe Picture. Very genius about it. He says he bought the song from a ghetto guy. He knew that right now he's at that level where he can spot a hit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because I mean, like, okay, this can sell. I can make this.
I can make money out of this. Yes.
So most of them do it that way. So they don't care about the streaming. And now you get their music and help them circulate it or contribute to that. But in the alternative world, you'd have to pay the artist.
The artist, yes.
Do you think that's fair, that you have to pay the artist then to make them money?
Well, when I go to distribute, I need to pay you to give me the permission to distribute, not you to pay me. Because I need the content from you. I should be paying you for what you're giving me. Not you paying me to give me again. Like, that's what should be happening. But then there's a record label that doors are closed. Access, like invite only. So how are you going to get in there? I'm going to have to sell my song, blow it up locally, do a concert, try that next year, try that the other year, and the record label will now be interested because they've seen how much revenue I can generate from this kind of stuff, going out there and selling your song out to the people. Until that artist gets very big, he will stop releasing those songs every year. He will reduce. He'll be like, man, okay, I've now reached this level. I need to behave like this. I need to give specific content to specific things like this. But the general thing is really just target market. Organize your target market. Know what you... The Kwe picture has a whole target market there. What other music is in that caliber that is trying? Not so much.
Yeah.
Like, we are so spread out thin. We think all of this is all of it. There's more, man. There's a bigger cake. We need to eat the bigger cake. We need to stop fighting for these small things, man.
What do you feel about love circulating almost all our music? Like
love.
everyone is singing about love, yeah.
It's the deepest feeling. I think it's a feeling most of the people understand.
And relate to, yeah?
Yeah. When...
Also, do you kind of feel like our artists are not overly exposed to have like a wide range of content to relate to?
Exposure is very key. Exposure is very key. You go out there, you see things. When you come back, you're a different person. And like if you go out there for music, podcasting, cameras and stuff like that, you will see something, and then by the time you come back,
it's crazy.
It's different. You're doing some things differently. The friends that we had studied from out and come back are doing things differently because of the exposure. The exposure is very necessary. And also the discovery, the scouting and the talent. Like you said, Gravity buys songs. You can see a hit.
Yeah, man. I was very impressed. I was like, man. Nalingeze yo mugeto. Nenda wakadogo ngakaluimba. Nendulaba nenkawaida osente. I was sure of this song. This is what the man.
And guess how much he paid? They're like very little person, but see how much.
Yeah.
That's it. You should be able to even see the talent. You're like, this kid can sing. This kid can dance. Let's do this. What happened to dancers? Where are they?
I've spoken to two, the female. Yeah. So I spoke to Rian, the dancer in the Nana video. Yeah, the chick. So because she says it's how the industry, the stigma, around dancing. Once you're a dancer, the industry takes you as a whole. Automatically, right? They think when you shake and make your waist shake, you are doing
you've gone down the road. Yeah.
So I think that's demoralizing to them. So let's talk about the chain, right? From the guy that writes the music, the guy that produces.
Yeah.
This can all be solved by better distribution. Everyone gets their equal share, right?
Yes.
And we don't have that.
Yes.
It's about control.
Yes.
But then the reason we don't, and guys don't pull for control, is because they use the popularity to make money.
True.
Either you do a concert like the Chameleons. You remember Chameleon used to just have one song a year?
One song a year.
Waits a year to end.
Guaranteed hit.
Guaranteed hit.
Yeah, well, like you see, when you enter a record studio to record, the content you are recording is actually no longer yours.
Yeah.
It belongs to the record studio. So many artists do not know this. That's why you find people fighting for their masters. But also, if you have your masters, what are you going to use it for? What are you going to use them for? Are you going to get Coca-Cola to give you an ad? Are you going to get the big deals on those masters? If I can use those masters to make the money, then why not? That's where the promoters come in. But here in Uganda, we don't have Bivulu promoters, But
we don't have music promoters,
right? We don't have legitimate promoters. They are Bivulu promoters. I'll make Kwe Picha a banger so that we make the Chivulu. But the distribution, are we going for streams? Are we going for... Now that is the challenge. The older generation has not converted their funds into legitimate streams. They have not digitized the market. So they are really struggling in that they have to still go there all the way. But now they've seen when you digitize your music, you're going to collect royalties after you've died. You're going to get rich after death. So what is somebody going to do? At some point, Chameleon sold some masters of his songs. He needed the money. He wasn't going to wait for death. But now, if you have the control of those masters, as a record label, a good record label, I have the control of the masters, and I'm actually pitching to Nile breweries to tap that revenue, We're going to use these masters to create more content, not just the song you made. We're going to do more with that stuff, which generates revenue, not just the songs singing everywhere. There's a deeper element of the music usage, not just singing and moving the song, but the distribution channels gotta be right. But here you have to first prove yourself. I'm very certain you had to make multiple episodes of this podcast for people to actually be like, oh,
It's crazy.
let me actually listen to this stuff,
They're
you
like,
know.
how can this guy
Like,
spin
this
about
guy
it?
is serious, you know? Yeah.
It's serious this time.
They want you to show them, hey, now that is where I'm putting my song out there, making it so public, and then doing a chivulu to actually make some money off it. Because none of those people streamed it like that for it to make the 50 million I might recover here. So, easier way out. We need the money.
Now in the skill, I have seen a lot of stuff happening with DJs, right?
Yeah.
There was this guy, I don't know, the guy was at Kush sometime. So he made that transition in Nana. Then I see a lot of TikToks.
Yeah. Transitions.
Yeah, the transitions. I
This is a
see it
transition.
crazy. And I see a lot of guys using so much equipment. Like, I literally see guys producing music on stage.
Yeah. That's the next level of DJing. That's because I've talked to some DJs
How
who
much
have
work
been out
goes into
there.
that?
A lot, bro. Like
But the guys doing it effortlessly. Yeah, in the night, the beat, and
the
it's
preparation,
about
the trials. Like I tried it out before. I like all that
like
magic.
you're like a footballer, right?
All that magic you see on stage
Yeah.
didn't just happen there on stage, man. I had to first hide in my room and create this stuff. I thought about it maybe somewhere in traffic jam. Like, okay, these two songs sound like each other, so bring them together, try it out. You're not going to wait to get on the big stage and try it out and it fails. What happens now? You know, rehearse, practice,
Probably
be
say to
ready.
you guys and
Yeah. Show it to your
this
friends. They're like,
transition?
man,
Yeah.
Glenn, come and check this out. I have this. Oh, that's dope. You can add this to it. That is the conversation with producers and DJs. Like, oh, that's dope, man. Like, it's the network.
Do you think it's easier for a DJ to be a producer?
Yeah.
And it's better in this case?
Yeah.
Because then there you really understand the
Yeah.
sound and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what they'll consume because
But you still can't be some
Both.
kinds of producers. There are kinds of producers, man. There are guys who ultimately produce feelings. There's a producer like Chef Barry. You actually have to sit down with Chef Barry for him to understand you and understand what vibe you're going to. You like, let's sit, talk, let's understand each other before we
Rick
create.
Rubin as well, by
you
the
know?
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to scouting as well. Like, okay, I can work with that. I can't work with this. This works. This doesn't work. It's crazy. But it's easier for producers to actually become DJs, you know, not DJs become producers. Because some DJs just play music. Just play the tracks. Some DJs strip the music. Now the software is allowing us to strip the music. There's what they call stems in Serato DJ. I get the audio, get the instrumental, get the drums, get the guitar, separate off that one song you sent me over the email, and I'm already a producer as a DJ. So I'll use this instrumental to play another song. Play this instrumental, bring another a cappella, and it's a whole different song right there. Preparation, practice. Because the computer can't do that stuff on set of, I am on set and now I'm scanning, like reading the metadata of this song on set. No,
But I think
prepare.
if I develop
Come
an
ready.
AI model, it could probably do that.
On set, you know the
On
computer has
set.
to struggle.
Okay.
There's a struggle of this. The app is a big app. Serato DJ is quite a big app, so
Yeah.
you know the strain.
No, speaking about that equipment and the apps and the Seratos, the transition between the time, you know, at some point we're all DJs, right? When we were growing up, the boys, we had virtual DJ at home.
Yeah.
When there's a birthday, you're the guy.
With
Then
the
you
one
spin
you're
the whole
spinning the tape
thing.
with
Yeah.
the pen.
You spin the whole thing. How was, talk to me about that, like for you in your perspective, how do you see the transition to now guys having
Man,
a whole different
it's so crazy.
from just one software online?
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. When I was young, we got a VHS, the deck, the one that you put a tape in, and it came with the Awilo Longoma Kupe Bamba album. I used to sing this whole thing. At the same time, we had tapes of Cisco, Unleash the Dragon, albums. I would sing this whole thing. So I would clean this, turn the tape, and then later on, I see the decks. I see my brother bring home a mixer. I'm like, wait, what does this do? It's like the song from this side, the song from this side. I'm like, wow. Plug it up. Then there was different DJ softwares. PC DJ Red, PC DJ Blue, some crazy stuff there. PC DJ Red.
I remember PC DJ Red.
You know, and you couldn't connect hardware to that, you know. So now also the software evolves and it needs hardware connected to it. Serato DJ, Scratch Live, you come from the LPs, now I am using a digital screen. As the black and white TVs have become colored and everything has changed, we've moved on from the analog era to the digital era. Even the DJing has changed, and it's been quite an amazing experience for me. But the challenge has been the cost. As things have been changing, it's been very
for
expensive.
times even when you're not sure of the industry, man.
Let's go now. Like lockdown, you just
yeah
sell some things. Then after you realize you actually need to buy them back, need to grind extra. So it's really crazy. Just the cost, things have gotten quite expensive. The new digital era, the laptop you actually need is like 3 million. One that is going to operate your gig. 3 million. The hardware,
software,
the mixer is 5 million. The deck itself is 3 million. Like, you need 10 million to have a proper set.
And cannot give you the worth for that.
It's crazy, man.
So,
we are just right.
I feel like that's the same problem we also face really as a studio. The gigs guy will tell you, hey, I need you two guys to come and take 3 pictures of me. I have 100K. I'm like, boss, the camera the man is going to come with cannot move out of the studio for 100K without even just his labor. It's just the equipment he's going to use, man. Like, think about that. But there's that in our space. But I'm hopeful, no? Like, you see how Kenya is evolving quickly with this type of servicing. I'm hopeful we'll get there.
I heard that Uganda had been picked out as a location for movies, as one of the best locations for movies.
Yeah, but we're really
anytime now they're going to have a hub. It's going to be amazing.
So the project I'm working on,
this stuff is the future, bro.
I think it's a little bit exclusive, but in today's meeting, I promised them I'll talk about it to people so that we really get people involved. Our project. So it's one of the things it's eyeing is the tourism, right? So we're trying to connect the country to spaces where it's relevant. Now, that's one of the things they're targeting big players like Netflix to partner so that we push out the product. I'm hopeful.
We need to embrace the digital era, really. Yeah. It's changing. Stuff has changed from having an official job to actually having a skill that you can survive on, like full time. It's crazy.
And that's why it is that, right? You offer a skill.
We are moving on from now, like, let me say DJing, I don't have to post. I don't need a poster. I could just create a video. So now, if your device can't see videos, can't show videos, you're already out of the target market. Like, what are you doing in the 21st century, you know? So stuff is moving so fast. Everything, even the platforms we're on. Did you imagine you'd be on an app called X? Some crazier stuff, man. Like, if they told you to join it today, would you join it? You'd be like, first, hold up, what's that? You know, it's crazy, man. Stuff is moving so fast. I really just do not know how we're going to deal with it, but just jump on that.
No, there's something, right? There's something I've struggled with, but a lot of people have struggled with. It's the sound. You know, since you're also sound engineer. So much of that lies from, you see these cables?
Yeah, excellent.
We are sold a lot of dupe stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't matter how much money you have.
Yes.
You go to guys, they give you this. The market has a lot of saturated stuff. Like
washed products.
Are you suffering the same?
Yes.
Mostly now these cables, man. You're like, no, look at it.
Yes, I buy cables like every 2 months.
I remember, even when I still the cables used to come like cables.
It's, maybe it's just Uganda, man. The products that are being brought into the country are really substandard, but also the authentic products are pricey. The real legit
I wouldn't mind. The
pricey.
problem now is UNBS, right?
Yeah.
We already had that guy saying he bribed his way in his job, really. So I don't expect cables to be authentic.
Man, it's crazy.
So that's the thing.
Yeah, the gadgets you're getting.
Sell me.
You just have to now just get friends out there to send you gadgets. You send them money. There's shipping. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're actually really a third world country when you start realizing. That's when you're like, oh man, this is a third world country.
The effect of being a third world.
Yeah, we're still struggling. You know, things are not authentic. Cables, mics, what? You have to spend top dollar, more than top dollar, like double, to actually have it here. But out there, $300, you got something here.
And the frustration with that is that the market doesn't appreciate it, right?
It does not.
You are competing with a guy who has his fake cables, but they're well connected, so they'll get the heavy deal.
And he's competing for the same thing. You're all bidding for the same thing.
They're well connected. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. Also about DJing is there's the DJs who charge top dollar, but at the same time, there's the low budget DJ.
Yeah.
So they are hitting up the low budget DJ to come cover for the. So man, they are cutting corners. Everyone's cutting corners.
In this skill, yeah, what determines the price?
The
Is
value.
it my connection?
Value, yeah. Now, like locally connection, the value that is attached to you. Like, okay, personally, I would say I work for Sanyo FM. That should reflect some specific kind of product you are dealing with. So the value you attach with yourself is what's going to determine your price. What do you do? How do you do it? Because now, like the podcasts, I actually record podcasts. I do this stuff as well. So the challenge has always been audio quality, and most of the people have wanted great audio quality. So
yeah, audio, man, audio.
If you have great audio, I'll be like this guy.
Still play me, cause man,
I can fix you up. Don't worry. Let me get a drink.
It sounds. Not me. Don't give me money, Coca-Cola. They should implementing their strategies.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Now, let's talk about you as an individual as we conclude. What's your mantra? What do you believe in? I know you from way back. I know you're a humble person. You've been about your life.
True.
You don't really stress with people. That's the surface side.
Yeah.
Personally, I think you're just a cool guy. Always. Chilla. I was even very shocked when I saw you reacting on a tweet. You're like, I was like, let me hustle at my guy. Let me just put him on the podcast.
I'm always all about my stuff, really. Like,
yeah.
Like, I believe fix your life before you take it digitally or something. If the background is not okay, man, what are you bringing to the foreground, you know? So I like my privacy. I like being alone. Not always. Actually, I'm a DJ, but I am claustrophobic. Like, not necessarily claustrophobic, but big crowds, events, like a crazy nyege, it's gonna freak me out. Like, it's crazy. But then this is the stuff I enjoy. I need to be there. If I'm not on the DJ stage, you'll find me freaking out. Like, what are we doing? Why are all these people around me? It's crazy. So, I'm really the kind of person that I am, man. I do not know how to say it. I'm just me. I'm all about me. It's me first. That's it. Before I bring anything to you, it's all about me. I will not bother you. I hate asking for help. I struggle asking for help, even from my own people. I don't know. I'm just me, man. Just all about my stuff.
What legacy are you trying to leave behind?
Oh, man. I'm trying to create some crazy generational wealth for the next generation, my lineage. Like, it does not help to live a life or to live.
Do you want to do this banking on your name and be like, I'm building my brand so big that my son can...
Behind the Wabz DJ, there's the me, there's things you need to take care of before Wabz DJ. So I'm making sure all of that is good. Making sure that I never have to worry whether Wabz DJ does this or does that. I am not worried. I can still stand. So taking care of securing my future. That's a great legacy for the next generation, my offsprings, when they come. Like, I don't want them to complain. I want them to have everything they want, everything they need.
Dope. You get 3 questions to ask.
Oh, man. 3 questions.
Yeah. Or things you think we've skipped in the podcast.
Ooh. Wow. I didn't expect to be asking questions over here today.
Anything off head?
What happened to the Makita Five-a-Side?
The Five-a-Side.
Yes, let's talk about the Five-a-Side, because that was like my first DJ gig. Can you imagine? Not the first DJ gig out of...
By the way, I'm responsible for the first everything for so many people you see online.
Yeah, you used to tell me, man, you're such a great DJ. I'm
yeah,
like,
but
yeah,
true.
I know. But
you wanted the money.
like, I did the money, yeah.
But you are really killing it, man. Like, no shit.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I was very sure about that. So, what happened? I feel like it died, really. That time died out. The games could return. And a different brand. I think about it under the Equivotam now.
Oh, yeah, but then, okay, what happened to Makita? Because before the games, there was the juice. So what happened to that whole Makita?
My personal life ate into the juice. So when I had issues with my personal life, it crumbled into the business. And it was very, very hard for anyone seeing it from the surface to understand it, because I derive so much personal energy, like work energy from my personal energy. So when that crumbled, it fed into my thinking. I went into like stupid depression. I detached from very many things. So yeah, man, it was crazy, man. But I am glad I left an impact, right? The people remember.
Yeah.
Even today, it came up, man.
Yeah,
someone asked about the games again. Like, it comes up all the time. I was in a top meeting today, really.
Yeah.
This guys in Canada was like, this guy used to do games. We can use that to pull games. I was like, okay. You like see what I'm doing now, guys. I'm putting in so much effort with the studio. Concentrate on this, man.
Yeah.
So there's that. But really, to tell you, it's how Uganda operates.
Yeah. Okay.
It's you don't have so much capital at your exposure to like keep something afloat for a while.
Yes.
I'm seeing this. I know this because
to keep careers afloat.
I know millionaire friends who have businesses and they're struggling with them because of a few things, government failing to pay. I work with a friend of mine who's actually here on a construction company, but I know the government has frustrated us a lot. And we don't have money to operate. You'd think we're extremely broke about it, but it's because of such little things. They just take you out of shape.
They're not working.
So there's that. So that's what really happened. But besides that, I feel like the games I could return the games, get people together. Or now we're doing the bars, so I still get people together in other strategies. So
you had started bars, isn't it? Hadn't you started bars?
I started the cocktail nights. But now I'm into like real actual bar planning, crowd planning for top guys. I know for a fact after some time I'll have my own space. I am trying to look at that with my brother to see if we get our own bar and then design and have our own concepts. Just operate around that.
Nice.
So maybe in the future, 3 years from now, I feel like that's the time we're giving ourselves 3 years to like go into big projects. But then we'll have gained enough social and business capital to like ask for big money from guys who have it. So that's like that dream. Nice. But besides that, I am into production. We're doing music videos. We're doing podcasts for people.
Found a couple of gigs. Nice stuff.
That's it.
Okay. Two more questions. You
don't have them.
Okay, yes, there's this one. So, like social media, how do you handle this whole social media life? Because there's kinds of people that handle social media like Kanye West. Yeah. And I think you fall in that category.
So I am
what is this?
Online, to me, because again, I am like, you see how you know me on a personal level? That is how that guy knows me, that's how that guy knows me. Yeah. To me, that is what matters. It's how that guy knows me. So when I'm online, I'm in an act. Like 90% of my tweets are lyrics, phases. I'm not thinking that stuff. No way. I'm just listening to a song and I'm like, okay, this guy said this, and I'd write it in that moment or schedule it. Like I'm like, okay, now.
And somebody thinks it's something personal.
That's how it's like, personal, attached. Like nothing there. like really nothing. And at some point I really felt like it fed into me so much. Right now you never see a trace of my child online. You never see a trace of me talking about my child online. Things like that are really dearly to me, and I have issues around that, right? Like personal issues, but you never see that. I'm like in an act, I know, okay, now this has to keep up like this, and that's fine. This is how these people take me, and that's fine. So let me give them that. That's fine. So to me, I wear something, then I go on, and then I put it off, then that most important thing is how my young brother is going to treat me. My younger brother is going to treat me. My friends
my clients.
My clients know me. Because it's really just an act to me. I don't want... I feel like the screens are so close to us that they steal so much from us. So if you do not know how to be on the screen, you will get taken up. And they're so near to you. Before you know it, you're on your laptop at work with internet, your phone with internet, your TV is smart. So you have all these notifications. You don't have like a life. So I try to have a personal life, then that's social media life.
That's the same thing I really chase when I say take care of your life before all of this digital element.
Exactly.
Make sure you are kawa, man. Because if you're not fine, things will not happen.
I've seen it.
I personally have actually been really struggling with myself, and
I know.
Because of so many reasons, this, that.
I was. Like, let me shock you. One of my worst embarrassing moments on social media. I had a guy who had given me 40 bob. I had not paid them 40 bob. No, because I could tweet my stuff. They went and said, this guy didn't pay my 40 bob. So that was so bad. And I didn't have the 40 bob.
I really didn't have it,
but I thought I have 1 million shillings to give away every day because of how I tweet. So it was so bad. I was like, okay.
How you tweet.
This is so bad.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't expect me to be human enough to be like.
True.
So that
True.
taught me. Such things taught me to just put up the show and leave it there.
Yeah. You'll be able to separate, get the bond.
At some point, actually, because of course now it's getting heavy. The name is attached to your social media, so guys be like. At some point, I'm like, you know what? I'll just run a catfish account.
Yeah.
How I want to be online and just deal away with this. Because then I see stuff, I'm like, I want to try.
Like I need to
for the
respond
fun
to
of
this.
it. Yeah, it's like you're saying some bullshit, right, guys? You're saying some bullshit, and me, I have evidence on this bullshit you're saying.
Yeah.
But you just turn down and be like, okay, no, it's fine. Let me just let it be.
Okay.
So that's
Third question. What do you think the world will be like in 10 years from now? Not necessarily just the world, but then, okay, this world.
I
our
don't
world.
feel like the aliens will take over,
Okay, no.
like people say. I feel like we'll have more access to wealth. Since now you can just really learn a skill and earn off that, as long as you're consistent.
Get
about it and
online,
people can
create
know
an account, blow up.
and be about
Yeah.
that. So I feel like there's more money to feed into us. Like that's so many.
So we're all going to be rich.
That's what I
I'm
feel.
gonna be
At
very
some
rich.
point, we're going to deal with bigger problems than
Yes.
just not having
Yes.
money. Yeah, and I'm so excited for that phase in life.
Well, most of the financial speakers say that this is the easiest time to get wealthy.
I think so.
So, totally believe it.
I think so, man. You
Things
can make
are
money
easy,
off posting
man.
things.
Things
in
are so
WhatsApp.
easy, you know.
Yeah.
People give you money to post on your status.
You know, like it really happens, man. When you think about
Exactly.
it. So now you just have to learn the discipline around
Yeah,
the money that you
yeah.
accumulate it, but you can make it.
True.
Like anyone can make money. Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's it, my guy. Thank you, man. Thank you for the podcast.
I hope,
I've loved this
I hope this has been
conversation.
good.
Yeah, it's really been good. It's about, I think, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's very good. Thank you.
All right. I signed out today.
Sign out. Sign out. You can
Oh, I go by the name of Wabz DJ. Catch my content on Mixcloud. Check me out. I play on Sanyo FM every Saturday. So hit me up on my socials at Wabz DJ, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything.
Do you want to talk about your booking rate?
My booking rate.
For gigs? Give your
300,000.
standard fee, I'm telling you.
300,000. Hit me
300.
up, yeah. As a
For
DJ.
how many? For how long?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
300k.
Yeah.
You're actually not expensive.
Not expensive, but by next year this price is going to go up.
That's fine. But 300k.
300k,
Okay.
2 hours, we do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peace out.